Hi, my beautiful friends. Welcome to the Pals Land. I hope you are all doing great today. Guess what? We're about to go on a super exciting fishing adventure. But this isn't just regular fishing. Something magical is going to happen. Are you ready to join Sammy, our fun and cheerful fisherman, as we dive into this amazing journey? Let's get started. It was a sunny day in the Roblox fishing village, and Sammy the fisherman was out by the sparkling blue river. Sammy loved fishing. He had a cheerful smile and a big fishing rod that he called Lucky. But little did Sammy know, today wasn't going to be an ordinary fishing day. As Sammy threw his fishing line into the water, he felt something strange. The fishing rod started to shake and glow. Sammy pulled it up, expecting a fish. But instead of a fish, he found a shiny golden key. "What's this?" Sammy wondered, holding the glowing key. Suddenly, a deep, magical voice spoke from nowhere. "Brave fisherman, you have found the key to the Sea King's treasure. But beware, it won't be easy to find. You must complete 3 challenges to unlock the treasure map." Sammy's eyes lit up with excitement. "Challenges? A treasure map? Oh, this is going to be fun," he said with a big smile. Without wasting any time, Sammy packed his things and got ready for the first challenge. The first challenge, catching the rainbow fish. Sammy sailed his little boat to the middle of the river. The magical voice had told him to find a special rainbow fish that held the first clue. He cast his glowing fishing line into the water and waited. After a few moments, the water started to sparkle. A beautiful fish, shining in all the colors of the rainbow, jumped out of the river. "Wow, that's the one," Sammy said. But this rainbow fish was super fast and didn't want to be caught easily. Sammy whispered to himself, "Patience, Sammy, patience! I can do this!" He carefully reeled in his line, following the rainbow fish as it swam left and right. Finally, splash! He caught it. The rainbow fish looked up at Sammy and said in a sweet voice, "Congratulations, fisherman. Here is your first clue. Find the glowing creature that only comes out at night." Sammy scratched his head. "A glowing creature? That must be the glowing jellyfish," he said excitedly, "but I'll have to wait until it's dark." The second challenge, finding the glowing jellyfish. As night fell, the river looked magical under the twinkling stars. Sammy sailed to the quietest part of the river, where the jellyfish were said to live. He held his glowing fishing rod and waited. Suddenly, the water lit up with a soft blue glow. There it was, the glowing jellyfish. Sammy had to be extra careful. Jellyfish are shy and could disappear in an instant. Sammy cast his line slowly, making sure not to scare it. The jellyfish swam closer and closer. After a few moments of careful fishing, Sammy caught it. The jellyfish smiled and said, "Well done. Here's your second clue. Find the guardian of the sea. He holds the map you seek." Sammy was thrilled. The guardian of the sea? That's the giant crab who lives at Coral Cove. I have to go there next. The third challenge, meeting the giant crab. The next morning, Sammy reached Coral Cove. It was a magical place filled with colorful corals and tiny fish. But Sammy wasn't here for sightseeing. He was looking for the guardian of the sea giant crab. Suddenly, a huge crab with golden claws crawled out of the coral. "Who dares to enter my cove?" the crab boomed. Sammy took a deep breath and said, I am here to find the Sea King's treasure. The jellyfish told me you have the map. The giant crab squinted and said, "If you want the map, you must solve my riddle." He cleared his throat and asked, "I have cities, but no houses. I have rivers, but no water. I have forests, but no trees. What am I?" Sammy scratched his head. It was a tricky riddle. But then he had an idea. "A map!" he shouted. The giant crab laughed. "You are clever, little fisherman. Here is the treasure map. But be careful, the Sea King protects his treasure, and he won't make it easy for you." Sammy looked at the treasure map with excitement. "We did it! But this map shows Treasure Island, far across the sea. I'll have to sail there and face the Sea King to find the treasure. This adventure is just getting started." As Sammy was sailing through the sparkling blue waves, looking at the treasure map, "Oh, wait a second. Knock, knock. Are you still listening, my amazing pals? This story's getting super exciting, and I'd love for you to stick around with me. Your love and support make Pals Land the happiest place ever, and it makes my stories even more magical. So, if you are having fun, don't forget to show some love to the channel." All right, back to Sammy's big adventure. Let's see what's waiting for him next. Well, his adventure isn't over yet. He found the treasure map, but now he's sailing across the sea to face the mighty Sea King. Sammy found the treasure map after completing some amazing challenges. But guess what? The real adventure is just getting started. Today, Sammy sets sail to Treasure Island to face the mighty Sea King. The journey to Treasure Island. Sammy hopped onto his little boat, packed with supplies, the treasure map, and his trusty fishing rod, Lucky. As he sailed across the sparkling blue sea, the sun shone brightly, and the waves gently rocked his boat. But Sammy knew the journey wouldn't be that simple. As he sailed farther, dark clouds began to gather. "Uh-oh," Sammy said, gripping his fishing rod tightly. Suddenly, a strong wind blew, and a mysterious whirlpool appeared right in front of him. The boat spun around and around. Sammy cried, "What's going on? I can't let this stop me." From the middle of the whirlpool, a glowing sea turtle appeared. "Brave fisherman," said the turtle, "the Sea King has sent me to test your patience and courage. If you want to pass, you must prove that you can stay calm even when things get tough." Sammy took a deep breath, gripping the boat's sides. He whispered, "Stay calm, Sammy. You've got this." He used all his strength to steer the boat away from the whirlpool's center. Slowly but surely, the boat broke free. The turtle smiled. "Well done, Sammy. Remember, staying calm during tough times will help you overcome any storm. You may continue your journey." Arrival at Treasure Island. After hours of sailing, Sammy finally reached Treasure Island. It was a magical place with golden sands, tall palm trees, and the sound of waves crashing against the shore. But the map showed the treasure wasn't on the beach, it was hidden deep in the jungle. As Sammy followed the map, he faced his next challenge. A thick, thorny vine blocked his path. "Oh no, how will I get through this?" Sammy wondered. Just then, a tiny bird flew down and chirped, "Patience and teamwork can solve anything." The bird showed Sammy how to gently push the vines aside instead of rushing. Sammy smiled. "Thank you, little friend. I guess patience really is the key." With the bird's help, Sammy cleared the path, and continued deeper into the jungle. The Sea King's Temple. Finally, Sammy reached a giant stone temple covered in glowing seaweed. This was the Sea King's Temple. The treasure was inside, but the doors wouldn't open. A booming voice echoed, "To enter, you must prove your kindness." Sammy looked around and saw a crab trapped under a heavy rock. "Hang on, little buddy, I'll help you." Sammy used all his strength to lift the rock, freeing the crab. The crab thanked him and said, "Kindness always comes back to you. Let me help you." The crab scurried to the temple door and tapped it with its claw. The doors opened with a loud creak. Sammy smiled. Kindness really does make a difference. The final challenge, facing the Sea King. Inside the temple, Sammy found the Sea King sitting on a throne of coral. He was huge, with a crown made of pearls and eyes that glowed like the ocean. "Sammy, you've come far," said the Sea King. "But the treasure isn't just gold or jewels. It's something much more valuable. To claim it, you must answer one last question. What is the greatest treasure in the world?" Sammy thought hard. "Is it friendship?" he guessed. The Sea King shook his head. "Is it courage?" Sammy tried again. The Sea King smiled but said, "Not quite." Sammy closed his eyes and thought about his journey. He remembered the turtle teaching him patience, the bird showing him teamwork, and the crab reminding him of kindness. Suddenly, he knew the answer. "It's the lessons we learn and the kindness we share," Sammy said confidently. "That's the greatest treasure." The Sea King laughed. "You are wise, Sammy. That is the correct answer. You've proven your heart is pure and your mind is strong." The true treasure. The Sea King handed Sammy a small glowing pearl. "This pearl will guide you whenever you feel lost. Remember the lessons you've learned: patience, teamwork, kindness, and wisdom. These are treasures no one can take from you." Sammy smiled as he held the pearl. "Thank you, Sea King. I promise to use this treasure wisely." As Sammy left the temple, the pearl glowed brighter, lighting his way back to the boat. The sun rose over the island, and Sammy knew his adventure had changed him forever. As Sammy followed the map, he sailed into a thick fog that made everything spooky and mysterious. "This is so weird," Sammy whispered, gripping his glowing fishing rod tightly. Suddenly, his boat bumped into something tiny island, but this wasn't on the map. Boots? Sammy tilted his head in confusion, looking at the strange objects sticking out of the sand. He was sure he'd been looking for treasure, not shoes. But before he could think more about it, something magical happened. Suddenly, the boots started to wiggle. Sammy stepped back, his eyes wide. "Whoa, are they dancing?" The boots wiggled harder, jumping up and down, spinning around in circles like they were having the time of their life. Sammy couldn't help but giggle. "Dancing boots! This is wild!" The boots twirled around Sammy like they were doing the cha-cha and then stopped. A deep voice boomed from the fog, making Sammy jump a little. "Welcome to the Island of Jokes. If you want to continue your adventure, you'll have to make us laugh first." Sammy scratched his head. "Make you laugh? Okay, I got it." He cleared his throat and said in his best joke-teller voice, "What do you call a fish with no eyes?" The boots paused for a second, then wiggled again, looking very confused. Sammy waited for their reaction before bursting out with, "Psh!" The boots froze for a moment. Then bam! They exploded with laughter. They wiggled so much they rolled over and fell into a heap, laughing so hard that Sammy could hear them giggling even through the fog. Sammy laughed too, wiping away a tear from his eye. "I guess that joke really got them," he said, still chuckling. The deep voice came again, still laughing. "You are funny, Sammy. You are the funniest fisherman we've ever met. Here is your clue." A glowing path lit up in the fog, leading straight to the treasure island. Sammy gasped. "This is it. We're so close, pals. This is the big one. Let's go." But just as Sammy was about to hop back into his boat and set sail, something caught his eye. The fog was clearing, and there, shining in the water, was something strange. It was glowing. Sammy's heart raced. "What's that?" he asked, pointing. He rowed his boat closer, squinting his eyes. The shiny object seemed to be floating just below the water's surface, sparkling in the moonlight. Was it treasure or something else? As Sammy reached out to touch the glowing thing, a loud splash echoed in the air, and the glowing object dove deeper into the water. Sammy gasped and quickly pulled his hand back. "Whoa! What was that?" The screen zooms in on the glowing shape under the waves, but before anyone can figure it out, the image fades to black, leaving the mystery hanging in the air. Sammy's voice whispered, full of excitement. "Looks like our adventure isn't over yet, pals. What do you think that glowing thing was? Was it treasure or something else? I guess we'll find out next time." The screen goes completely black for a moment, leaving the viewers hanging. The mystery is so big, everyone's probably on the edge of their seats, waiting to find out what happens next. Well, that was a wild ride, huh, pals? From dancing boots to a glowing mystery in the water? I can't wait to figure out what's going on and where this treasure really is. But guess what? We'll have to wait until the next video to find out. Who knows? Maybe we'll even meet more funny magical creatures along the way. Thank you so much for joining me on this funny adventure, pals. Remember to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and share with all your friends so they can be part of the fun too. I am so glad we're all on this adventure together. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video with more fun and surprises. Bye-bye, my beautiful pals. Stay awesome!